There was much aggravation and gnashing of teeth over the new Macon-Bibb County government's budget. Why? I'm really kind of clueless. We've been writing on the opinion pages leading up to the debut of the new government that many of the items consolidation was supposed to address couldn't be addressed in the first few years. One of those items is the budget. Look around the state. There are consolidated governments in Columbus, Augusta, and Athens. They didn't shave 20% of their budgets the first 5 years. Why? Historically, it costs more in the short term to consolidate two governments, but in the long term, consolidation works because the increased cost of government levels off, doesn't expand as fast, and consolidated governments are more efficient than two. All sorts of things have to be ironed out in a new consolidated government, from law enforcement uniforms to technology to where people will sit. State Senator Cecil Staten, smart guy. He knew all that. But he insisted on putting the caveat in the consolidation legislation that the brand new government would have to shave 5% per year for 5 years off of its budget. He did, however, give government a get out of the cutting the budget free card. If public safety demanded it, police and fire, the new government would not have to meet that 5% threshold. Guess what? That if is going to happen real soon. There's no way to open two new fire stations, each housing somewhere between 20 and 25 new firefighters with the current budget. So basically, that language about cutting the consolidated budget was just there to help garner your votes. That's all. Taxpayers forget that prices for governments rise too, particularly personnel costs. Gas goes up for government just like it does for the rest of us. Georgia Power wants to get paid. And while we might want to put everything on the backs of government workers, that's not fair. They're just working stiff like the rest of us. So what happened with this budget? Democracy happened. The people who put the people around the horseshoe at the government center spoke. They declared what the community's priorities are. You want to close the museums? They said no. You want to impact paratransit? They said no. You see, every taxpayer wants to lower taxes, but when it comes to cuts, they say chop somewhere else. Just don't gore my ox. I'm Charles E. Richardson, editorial page editor for the Telegraph.